Hey folks, Racer here, 38 POS Racing. I picked up this 60 Impala 4-door hardtop. Didn't get any keys with it. So we're going to see what we can do about making some keys. Give you a quick little shot here. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. We're going to pull this door lock out. And in these years, this is the retainer for the door lock. You don't have to take door panel apart. You can get it without doing that. See if I can get the camera set so we can see that. There, you can see that. I like to use a little pry bar. Get underneath, give that a pull. That's your little horseshoe retaining clip. And if you wiggle the lock around, you should be able to get it out of there. I've been proved wrong before, but okay. Yeah, the rod fell in. Okay, on a 60, you might have to pull a door panel to put it back together. But anyhow, if you can see that 4-digit number right there, 8841. That's your key cutting code. Let me get you set up on how that happens. Okay, got you set up over here. We got the 8841. I like to write that down. That's your key cutting code. And I got a book that decodes. And we'll go through here, find the key blank. These are B10s or B11s. Here we go. And here we are in the 8841. Then I write down what the key cut is supposed to be. They used this key, GM did, from 35 to 66. It was quite a ways. And this cutter will cut multiple styles of keys, and each spot on this wheel is for a different key. The B10 and B11 use this particular carriage, they call it. It's red, marked red. That spot's marked red. We'll slide the key in there just like that. And we slide the key in the carriage in the cutter. Maybe. Yep, we will. Can you hear them clicks? Those are detents for your cut locations. Okay, and you always start out, number one cut is near the head. It sounds backwards, but it's actually the position in the lock. The first one in is number one, which happens to be the one nearest the head. Okay, anyhow, first cut, 3. Give her click, second cut, 4. Third cut, 2. Another thing, on GMs at least, you won't do more than 2 steps of the cutter between each position on the key. Okay, then we got another 2 cut, then we got a 3 cut. Make sure the pin sets in the slot on the coder wheel. That's a 3 cut, and then that's a 5 cut. And they look kind of professional like, just like the new keys were, where there are square notches in the bottom. What do you think? Is it gonna work? Yep. Okay, there we go. We now have a key for that lock. And in these years, the ignition and the doors and the glove box and the trunk were all the same key. So no more effort than it took to pull that lock out. I just made a key for everything on this car. Okay, Okay, now we're going to show you on the glove box lock. Pretty easy if you can get the glove box open. There's a Phillips screw on the back side. You take that out, you got the bracket, retainer bracket, not a problem. To get it out of the door, you'll have to depress the little tab. And to release the barrel out of the housing, because the code is actually stamped right on the barrel on this, there's a little tab. You can just maybe see it right here. I'll show you when it comes out, that you have to press that down. And then that comes out. You got to kind of work all of them out. And don't force it. Don't force it. Okay. This is the little tab that retains this in the housing. So you got to push that down, and then of course you got to get all the wafers down as it comes out. And to go in, right here is the 4-digit code, 8498. This lock does not use all 6 cuts, 5 cuts, yeah, 6 cuts. But this code is the same as the doors on the car this came out of. So you can see how it pushes it out the other side if your cut's wrong, and that keeps it from turning. But that's your code right there. It's kind of hard to see, I suppose. That's a code from the glove box lock. That will cut the same. It's the same cut code for the doors and everything. Well, we have succeeded. I'm gonna slide this all back in here. I suppose I ought not lock this one. If the key's sideways, it's not locked. So that was rather painless. Put that back in your glove box and you'll have a key. Well, there you go. These are available here and there. You might come across them. Key blanks, you can buy them online for 50 cents a piece or something like that, maybe less. I mean, it depends on if you want fancy and says GM, or you want cheap like these, and then you got to change them because they screwed them up. You need the code book. This is what you need right here. Also, on these, the code wheel, this is actually a decoder portion. So you can put the key in and you slide it down in the tapered slot here on each groove, and it will say that is a 3 cut. You go up here, and well, that's a 2 cut, and okay, that's a 5 cut. So you can decode a key, and I'm not sure why you need to do that unless you have one that's really worn and it doesn't work the lock anymore. You can, since there's a range in there, I think that would get you the codes to cut a new key, a fresh key that isn't worn. Now, anyhow, hope you enjoyed. Hope you like, comment, give me more suggestions. A subscription would be great, but you don't have to. That's up to you. But that's key cutting for an old Chevrolet. Thank you, guys.